Time now for another vlog. And November is gone.
Just like that.
Which means most of the year is gone. Where did 2023 go?
That is actually a very good question because time just flew by just like that.
Yes, it did. So, yeah, we have a few things to talk about. Things that happened in our life, as well as TV shows, movies we've watched, some video games, as well as some stuff coming up in December. So, yeah, we have only one more vlog left, and then that's it for 2023. So that's going to be interesting. By the way, Riley's channel and my other channels, link below in the description section. And for the record, happy holidays to all of you. Hope you all been having a good holiday season. Recently we had Thanksgiving. We spent some time with my sisters, brother-in-laws, and nephews, and that was fun.
Yeah, I had a great time.
You made a Puerto Rican dish.
Yeah, I did. It's like yellow rice with like green beans. I forget the name. I know they have a name in English. Peas, I guess.
Yeah.
But basically I made that and a little bit of pork in there and people liked it. I mean, it was a little bit wet, but like the rice ended up a little bit wet. But it was my first time making it, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I think I did pretty good. Plus I did it with the intention of 10 plus people.
Yeah, you made a little too much of that particular dish.
Like half of it just got thrown away.
Yeah, sadly. I guess next year, when you try to make the dish again, maybe less.
Yeah, I guess I just expected like a lot more people, but
Yeah, not as many people, but I mean, we still had a good crowd. It was once again you, me, my sisters, their husbands, another friend of theirs, as well as my nephews.
Yeah.
Then you and me. So. And you actually had turkey with the dish.
yeah, GB was surprised.
I'm proud of you because most of the time you have, ground beef, our steak, our pork.
Yeah, my selection is like trash.
Like fried chicken, like from Popeyes or Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
So it was nice that you actually got out of your comfort zone a little bit and had the turkey with the dish. What's the dish called again in Spanish?
Okay, arroz con gandules.
I'm not even going to try because you'll just make fun of me for trying.
I'm not gonna make fun of you. I'm just gonna giggle.
Okay. But we had a good time. You know, we hanged out with the family and then we sat around the fire outside.
That was very
in their
nice.
backyard because it was nice and cool. And both my brothers-in-law were throwing limbs and branches they had chopped down from trees nearby. Dead limbs, obviously, into the fire. And it was quite relaxing and very enjoyable. So we had a pretty good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And before that, a few weeks prior, we didn't talk about what happened on Halloween because we recorded the Halloween.
It was like the day before, right?
No. It was the day of. It was just a few hours prior.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Okay, I remember.
Because the October 2020 vlog came out the same day on Halloween. But it was prior to the trick-or-treating that commenced a few hours later. And overall, it was a success.
Yeah, I like to think it was a success, yeah. Overall, I had a good time with the neighbors and talking to them and giving candy.
Yeah, there was a lot of trick-or-treaters. We counted maybe, half a dozen Spider-Men?
Yeah, there were a few Spider-Man and what else? Probably other superhero outfits.
Hogwarts, Harry Potter. There was a few dressed up like Hogwarts
and a
students.
few people dressed up as animals as well. Like, not like furries,
Dinosaurs.
but like... Yeah, but like, like a onesie or something that they had on.
And one was dressed up like Michael Myers.
Yeah, with his killer pet.
Oh, he has a little doggo. Yeah. And I had on the Halloween hoodie you gave me.
Oh, yeah, and people loved it.
Yeah, they complimented me on it.
And they also called you the guy from Fortnite. I bought him.
Yeah.
That was funny. Because at the time, I think that was when Fortnite was going on. And Michael Myers was in the shop. And then I think like a kid saw him and basically just said, hey, it's that character from Fortnite. I bought him literally a day or two ago.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
and GB
funny.
was like cringing on the inside.
Yeah. And then there was like a gang of Ghostface.
Oh, yeah, you loved that one.
Yeah, that was funny. But overall, it was a pretty good experience. It was nice to be able to... Of course, we walked up to the edge of the driveway to make it easier.
Yeah.
And we were just And we had a lot of candy. Fortunately, we bought plenty. So, and we bought the good stuff. We didn't buy cheap generic crap.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good stuff. People liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was this one outfit, I will say, that was the best outfit, and that is Leon Kennedy. It was a little, I think it was like a 14 or 15-year-old
Yeah.
dressed as Leon Kennedy, and he had a very
You're
good
only
Leon.
saying that because you were wearing
No,
a Hell
I'm
of a
not-
Boss shirt, and
no.
he was the one who complimented you on the Hell of a
No,
Boss
I'm
shirt.
not saying that because of that, but thank you for the reminder. Basically, I did like his Leon Kennedy outfit. He had like the whole jacket going on with like the black shirt and the bowl cut. It was perfect. I'm not saying that because of the shirt. You
Sure.
nerd. You're a nerd. I'm not saying that.
But yeah, I felt like it was a good experience, and I look forward to doing it next year.
Yeah.
And overall, the kids seemed pretty nice. I mean, they weren't too bad.
Yeah.
But overall, good Halloween experience with the trick-or-treaters. Now we're shifting gears and decorating for the holiday season. So we've taken 2 trips to Home Depot because we didn't buy enough lights for the front, for the bushes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the second time we went to Home Depot to buy the rest of the lights that we needed, and we didn't buy a lot, we just needed a few boxes. The guy that was helping you, I guess he's also a Hell of the Boss has-been hotel fan.
Yeah.
So he complimented your shirt because once again she was wearing another Hell of a Boss shirt.
It's what I do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Obviously, we're flying around New York in what plane?
The Typhoon.
Typhoon. And we're, I guess, flying around New York for a few reasons. We're gonna, in a few minutes, we're gonna talk about Spider-Man. 'Cause
Right.
We've been playing some Spider-Man, and we also have been watching the 2023, I guess, revival of Kitchen Nightmares. But two other things that's happened this past November is we finally got our Texas driver's licenses.
Which is amazing.
Yes.
Took 20 million years, but we did it.
We did it. I mean, we had to book it months in advance because I thought that we could go in like a week or two after we booked the reservation, but no. We had to wait till like the first week of November.
Yeah.
So we go all the way to this small town about, 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
We have our paperwork in order, but I made a mistake. I accidentally grabbed a copy of my birth certificate instead of my birth certificate.
Yeah.
And so we had to go like another 20 miles to another small town with a courthouse.
It did look good. I liked it. Small town.
Yeah. I mean, they're nice small towns, but we weren't really anticipating that we were going to have to do more driving.
Yeah. And then GB was like semi-pissed.
Yeah, I was mad at myself because it says copy on the birth certificate, and I don't know why my brain thought that it would work.
Yeah.
'Cause
But at the same time, you're like, it's a copy. It's the same thing. Why doesn't it work?
It should count because I think I got the copy years ago from another courthouse when it came to the birth certificate. I have like the original not the original, but a legit birth certificate because I was born in Texas. That's the reason why I was able to go to the courthouse 20 miles away and actually get another birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that, and we got back in time. Unfortunately, the lady at the DMV, she gave us a pass, so we didn't have to get back in line because
that would have sucked.
that would have definitely sucked, especially since we had appointments, and we were able to get our driver's licenses finally. So we now have official Texas driver's licenses.
Mm-hmm.
But I did notice something whenever I was doing the I part that I was having trouble seeing with the letters. And so that inspired me to find an eye doctor for us because it's been a while since I've had an eye checkup. And yours was a year ago.
Now that you mentioned that, I remember that.
Yeah.
The woman's face is like you're covering it, and then you uncover for a second, and she's just like,
I know.
like, are you serious?
I didn't do it on purpose.
I know you didn't do it on purpose, but that face was like God tier.
Yeah, it was.
the face of defeat, of disappointment.
I'm just glad she didn't fail me for that. But,
I know.
But anyways, that made me realize that it had been a few years since my last eye exam. And for the most part, my eyes are okay, but I do have this stigma in my right eye and kind of a lazy eye as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided, you know what, now's the time to go to an eye doctor. So we booked an appointment with an eye doctor. And we actually went this week to the eye doctor. And we both got our eyes dilated. And that was something I was not looking forward to because I have very sensitive eyes. I don't like things getting really, really close to my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And to my credit, I thought I did a good job like even if I had to hold my eyelids open for the lady to drop the eye drops in for the dilation,
Yeah.
I did it. I managed to do that, and for the most part, my eyes came back with raving reviews, except for the stigma, which I still need a prescription for. But probably an updated prescription wouldn't be a bad idea. So that reminds me, I have to go order new glasses and new sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
But the dilation experience, that was interesting because it was a nice sunny day on the way home.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah. And then the next day was like very cloudy.
Yeah, I wish it would just switch days, like
Yeah.
why couldn't it have been cloudy the day we went to go get our eyes dilated and then nice and sunny the following day?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everything that's gone on this past month, I believe, IRL.
Yeah. Well, you had that. I mean, my eyes were like
Yeah.
very. Yeah. I also did the whole dilation thing, and they also checked my eyes, and my eyes were very shitty. And even like GB said, like before we even arrived at the place, it's like my eyes are better than yours or something like that.
Well, I'm not being mean about it. It's just
I know.
the truth,
I know, I know. But basically, yeah, I mean, I admit my eyes kind of suck. And going to the eye doctor and realizing the results made me feel even shittier.
Well, I mean, it's not your fault. I mean, she has dry eyes, by the way. So she has to start taking eye drops with artificial tears to...
But
And we also have to get you this thing for your eyes to cover your eyes.
yeah, we got to get it at Amazon.
Yeah.
But basically, it also made me question, like, if that's the reason why I've always had shitty eyesight.
Well, I don't know if that's the only reason, but...
Because I've always said it. I've had shitty eyesight. Every single time, or at least every once in a while on my streams, I always say to myself, I have shitty eyesight. And then after, having the test and then having, like, one of the worst results ever, it makes me wonder, like, is it because of this?
That's a good question. So 2 days after taking the eye drops, do you feel like they're making any difference?
No.
Okay.
I feel the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that's going to, I guess, take time, like the doctor told us.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, we've had a few other things we went to go do this month that obviously we won't talk about. Other, I guess, medical stuff.
Well, yeah, it's more personal.
Yeah.
Like,
the eyes are as much as we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the line. Because of the whole eye dilation thing.
Pretty much. But in personal stuff, I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah, you got to have some privacy.
Yeah. Can't say everything.
Yeah, but I think overall that's pretty much all the highlights that we did this past month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least IRL.
IRL, yeah.
Yeah.
But we have been watching quite a few different shows, including...
That's mostly what we did most of the month. Like, it's just watching shows and movies.
Yeah.
Trying out new stuff.
Yeah, we really haven't played as many games, but we have played some games we will get into in a few.
Right.
So, the Kitchen Nightmares revived. I think we talked about that last month.
Yeah, but we only saw like one episode maybe.
Because you went... Well, hold on. Let me think. Because, like, time goes by so fast that I think it was September when the series came back. We watched one episode in September. You were gone for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And then when you came back, we binged the other episodes we missed. And we probably talked about Kitchen Nightmares last month. So far, we've watched a few more episodes of Kitchen Nightmares. I think there's, like, maybe 2 episodes left of this season.
Yeah.
Overall, your opinion about the return of Kitchen Nightmares? Which basically... set mostly this season in New York and New Jersey. That's another reason why we're flying around.
Yeah, but I like it. It's not as, like rough.
Yeah, he's not as intense as he was
because he's
years
older.
ago. Yeah, because Gordon's older. I think he just can't get up. I guess he's got a point now where he just gets tired of like really yelling at people. Like it was a nice gimmick early on. Like in the early days of the American version of Kitchen Nightmares, because he would rarely yell in the British version, because I watched those Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Sometimes he would, but most of the time he was pretty easygoing. But there were moments when his temper would flare, and of course he took that temper to the American Kitchen Nightmares as well as Hell's Kitchens, especially Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah,
but I think over the years he's kind of gotten tired of that. So he's kind of mellowed out a little bit.
Right. But yeah, overall the episodes have been nice. Yeah. And they're entertaining. They're not boring.
Yeah.
Well, maybe one of them was actually kind of boring, but most of them were actually pretty good. And it really just surprised me the amount of like failed restaurants that are in New York.
Well, I mean, there's a ton of restaurants.
I know, but like, it really surprises me. It's like it feels like they're around every corner. It's like there's one always messing up.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of funny to me. But overall, the season not as intense, but overall still pretty good.
It's clear that Gordon is still obviously very knowledgeable about restaurants and the food industry.
Well, that's his thing.
Yeah, that's his thing. So he knows what he's talking about. The problem is, I feel like a lot of these restaurants that were featured this season, probably similar to previous seasons, will most likely fail anyways.
Yeah, one of them actually ended up, like they sold the place because it was just that bad.
Yeah, it's already closed, and they just aired the episode, a week or so ago. So it's unfortunate because I think Gordon's intention is to actually help these restaurants. I mean, obviously, you're doing it for entertainment reason to sell a show and to get paid for that show, and to also provide for everybody that works on the show, because it's not just Gordon that works on the show. It's his crew, it's the cameraman, it's the people behind the scenes, it's those that come in and redecorate the restaurants, and those that help with the new menus.
Right.
So there's a whole team of people that, paychecks depend on the success of Kitchen Nightmares. But I think at the heart of it, Gordon and his team probably wants these restaurants to succeed.
Right, yeah.
But all too often, I feel like it's the restaurant that they just make bad decisions, or they go back on things, and that's one thing we've learned over watching all these other shows.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's been good. I do hope they continue with Kitchen Nightmares after this season. I hope it's not all like a one and done thing. And I hope that Gordon, I guess, takes future seasons to different parts of the country. I kind of get him focusing these episodes on like New York, New Jersey, because he could have done all these episodes in a few weeks and kept it between two states. But I hope he does something similar. Like maybe he does the next season focusing in states in the South, or states in the West, or the Midwest.
Right.
Or maybe do some in Canada. Or I would like for him to do some episodes back in the UK. I would like for him to go back to his roots, go back to the UK.
I wonder how that would go.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I mean, back in the early 2000s when he first launched Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares, it was a lot different back then, because even though there are shows that they'll repurpose, like that were originally American, originally British, and create an American-British version of, it has gotten to the point now, thanks to the internet and the World Wide Web, and where people are used to seeing shows from other countries.
Right.
So I wouldn't mind having a season where he just goes back to the UK and helps out a few restaurants there. I would totally watch it. But the other series, we've been watching a few others. The new Chucky series. Well, it's not new. Based off of, Chucky, Charles Lee Ray from Child's Play and the Chucky films. It's on Peacock. We watched, 3.5 seasons so far? No, 2.5. Like the first 2 seasons and half the third season.
Yeah, exactly.
But overall, what do you think of Chucky?
I like him.
Yeah.
I like the character in the series, and like basically most of the characters I like.
Yeah.
There was one that was bothering me, which was Lexi.
Yeah, the first season.
In the first season, she bothered the hell out of me. I really wanted Chucky to kill her.
Yeah.
But then she kind of grew on me a little bit, but I still want Chucky to kill her.
Yeah, it's called, I guess, character development.
Yeah.
But
It's because, I don't know, the way she handled a bunch of stuff against Jake, it's just way too far. It's not even far, like, oh, okay, well, that's a little too far. No. She went fucking hard on him.
Yeah.
And she had no remorse, so, I mean, if they killed her off, I mean, I wouldn't have any problems with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, the second season was boring.
It had its moments, but it was, the first season was definitely better than the second.
Yeah, and then the third season is actually way more interesting.
It is. And unfortunately, I think due to the writing strike and the acting strike, it's delayed the second half of the third season. So we have to wait like till sometime in, I think, October 2024.
Yeah, there's lots of waiting.
So there's a long wait before we can watch the final half of season 3 of Chucky.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of Chucky, we haven't had a chance to try him out yet. Chucky is officially in Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, and I bought him.
Me too.
But after that, we tried to get into a match, and we waited for like 10 plus minutes. We couldn't play.
Yeah, it was the first day, so hopefully whatever issues they had the first day have been
Yeah, with the
resolved.
servers, yeah.
But I do feel like behavior, I know we're going off topic a little bit, but it does tie into Chucky, because I do like the franchise, even though it scared me to death as a child.
How exactly?
The idea of a doll coming to life and coming after you scared the hell out of me when I was a kid, because my sisters each had these little dolls. They were not like good guy dolls, but they were like little dolls with blonde hair. And they had like a similar face like Chucky, you know, that doll face.
Yeah, I don't know why they make those. That is nightmare fuel.
It is. But I had nightmares, even though I'm their older brother. In my teens, I had nightmares about those dolls coming to life. Because my sisters were very close in age, so if you got one gift for one of them, you had to get the same thing for the other one.
Oof.
So they always had to get them two gifts. You know, my dad and my former stepmom. But yeah, so I've had dreams about dolls coming to life. And the art gallery in Shreveport, Norton Art Gallery, they have a huge doll collection.
I never got a chance to see it.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't get to see, because those dolls are creepy. I'm sure they're expensive as hell because they're like a century or older. Mm-hmm. They're like from I think the 1800s or early 1900s, but I think they moved those dolls down to the basement of the art gallery. But the rest of the art gallery is actually pretty good. But yeah, I've always had this fear of dolls coming to life.
Oof. Well,
but now it's not that big of a deal because I'm an adult.
Yeah. What about Toy Story?
Toy Story I guess it was taking the whole premise to a different degree, to where yeah, they do come to life, but they're not out to kill. You know, what's his name? The kid.
The kid, yeah. Andy.
Andy, yeah, there. Yeah, Woody is not out to murder poor Andy.
Yeah.
He sees Andy as actually his best friend, Mm-hmm. So I guess they're kind of fighting a stereotype when it came to dolls coming to life, right?
I guess.
But yeah, the Chucky series is actually surprisingly good. It picks off where I think Curse of Chucky leaves off. You haven't seen that one yet because we need to go back and rewatch, because you only seen the first Child's Play.
I've only seen the first one.
Yeah.
And I barely remember it. We saw it like a year or two ago.
Yeah, we can rewatch it whenever you're in the mood.
Yeah, whenever we have like nothing to do.
Yeah. And then you're like, hey, I want to watch all the Child's Play and Chucky movies.
Hey, look, I found Ramsey.
Hey, there's Ramsey. He's down there.
Yeah.
They named a town after him. Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I like the series. It's, for the most part, it's pretty good. I do feel like the three other characters besides Chucky, which is, voiced by Brad Dourif. Of course, Jennifer Tilly's also in this series. She plays Tiffany. Yeah. You'll see her eventually in the movies. But the three kids, I feel like they have too much plot armor. It's nothing against them or their characters. I just feel like before season 3's over, one of them either needs to be killed or seriously hurt. Or something needs to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be a horror series. I mean, I know it's like a comedy/horror series, but I'm sorry. I feel like one of them needs to go.
Or be super injured.
I mean, I would prefer Chucky just get all three of them and then you start over in the fourth series, but I know they're not going to do that. If there's a fourth season.
So if you had to kill one of the three, who would you kill?
I honestly don't know. I mean,
I would say either Devin or Lexi.
Devin or Lexi? I think I would flip the script. I think I would take out the one that was probably like the main of the three, because then it would affect.
So Jake?
Yeah, take out Jake. Boom. Because he's like kind of the main guy of the three.
Yeah.
So how would that impact both Lexi and Devin? But like maybe he sacrifices himself to save them. I don't know. But that's just plot armor.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll all be fine by the end of the third season. But other shows we've been watching, scarier shows than Chucky. Well, at least one of them, Hoarders.
Oh yeah, especially for GB.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad I got my brain found that show, so we decided to watch it. And what is it? I think Amazon Prime has all the seasons. Or some of them. It's
weird. It's like there's episodes on Hulu, then there's episodes that are not on Hulu that you find on Prime.
Yeah.
It's so weird how they have it broken up.
Yeah, because in Hulu there's like season 1's there, season 2's there, but season 3's not there, and then like season 8 is not there either. It's like weird.
Yeah, I guess it's some sort of weird streaming deal A&E has with Hulu and Prime.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, but
But
that's a scary show.
yeah, that's a scary show. And GB, he got scared yesterday with a bitch.
I didn't get scared. I got angry.
Well, yeah, he got pissed at a bitch.
I guess what's there's Linkin Park, not the band.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think Lincoln's spelled a little differently. But anyways, I feel bad for some of these people because some of them have health issues. But others, you sit back and you wonder how can they allow their house to be piled up this bad. But
Yeah.
from my own personal experience, one of my neighbors back in Shreveport, she was a hoarder. And she died. I don't know exactly how she died. But my dad, who's also passed away back in 2016, he was a hoarder. So I know from personal experience the issues of hoarding.
Right.
And I guess you could say when you moved in with me back in Shreveport, 2 years ago, I was kind of a clutter bug.
Yeah, I would put you in like level 1 or level 2 hoarder.
Level 0 hoarder.
No.
I wasn't yet a hoarder, but I was.
He was there. He was
I
in
was
the
on-
in the.
I was on the precipice.
He was
of
like level
hoarding.
1 or level 2, where he has stuff, but he doesn't have that much stuff. Well, actually, no, he did have a bit of stuff.
I did have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and oh my god, well, to be fair, look, it took 2 big trash cans, so you did have stuff.
I did.
If it took that much.
But I don't know. I think the difference is I was willing to do it. Like a lot of these other hoarders, they're like they want to go over every little thing and like no, this means a lot to me. No, that means a lot to me. And they have garbage everywhere and they have cat feces everywhere. I mean, yeah, my house had some cat hair.
okay,
but
no,
for the
but-
most part, I took good care of my cats, and it wasn't nowhere near as bad as the average hoarder episode.
Yeah, but the thing is that not only that, and you did when I first got into the house, it did have this putrid cat smell of just pure feces or hair or whatever.
Well, I think it was the hair.
Or throw up.
Because I kept the litter boxes clean. And you're right, sometimes they would throw up and I wouldn't catch it, and I should have.
Yeah, and it just
So-
to the floor. It was just fucking disgusting.
All right,
But
so fine. Let's just say I'm
anyways-
level 1, level 0 hoarder. there.
Anyways, I got a question right here.
Okay.
How long have you kept that stuff if nobody said anything?
Look, here's the thing. I always wanted to do something about it, but I never really had that spark, that motivation.
Mm-hmm.
But I would throw garbage away. I mean, I threw garbage away. It's not like I had garbage piling up all over the place because every week I'd put out my garbage. I'd put out the recycling. So I was throwing stuff away. It's just that I also had stuff that kind of piled up on me.
Right, but the question is, how long was that there before I arrived?
Too long?
See, when like, would you have done anything if I didn't step up? That's the question.
I will say this, that you were the spark to help motivate me to do something about it.
Okay.
I guess the problem was I was looking for that spark when I should have just done it myself, but at least the spark finally came along.
Mm-hmm.
It made me realize, okay, we've got to really, really clean the house. It wasn't a landfill, but it was
slowly.
it was on the verge of becoming a landfill.
Yeah, so basically I helped GB. I was his little motivator.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I guess I saved him from his self.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, so I let's put you at level 1.
Level 0.
1.
0.
No.
Okay, I'm on level 0.5.
No. You even said it yourself. You needed that motivation, and if you didn't have it, you wouldn't have done it. So 1.
I don't know if I would have ever been okay, let's just play alternative universe here. Alternative History Hub, right? And let's just say I never found you and I'm still single. I feel like the house would probably be more of a clutter bug, more messy, but I don't think I would be at level 5 hoarder.
No, you would be at level 1, going into 2.
Yeah, maybe. But either way, I'm glad we did what we did. So
Yeah.
I'm glad it all worked out.
Right. I mean, me personally, I'm not a clean freak, but I'm not also like just living on dirt either, or living on dust. How do I say this? I definitely needed to push GB into cleaning, because I do remember when I first got into the house, I did start sneezing a lot.
You did, because I
And-
wasn't the best at dusting.
Yeah, and let me tell you, the gaming office where GB used to have this stuff, I literally could not enter that room. I couldn't. I would go there, and not even 5 minutes into it, I would start sneezing. Yeah. It was very dusty, and I helped them.
Yeah, you did. And I like I said, I'm glad we actually did stuff, and we're doing a good job keeping this house clean. So.
Yeah, but constantly, I have to constantly remind you how to do things.
Well, yeah.
Like, to keep you in check, mostly.
Yeah.
Like, GB, this thing has coffee on it, clean it, or do this, and do that, clean it up. And it's like, oh, I'll do it. And then GB's like, I meant to.
Okay.
But anyways, moving on.
But, like, there's been some pretty scary episodes of Hoarders. Like, there was one with this one lady who... There's been a few with people...
There's a few.
That have had several cats. This older couple that had a whole bunch of cats. They meant well, but unfortunately they had way too many cats.
Over 100.
Yeah. The vets or animal control had to put a few of them down because of health issues. And then they found a whole bunch of dead cats buried in boxes and like trash and rubbish.
Yeah, and some of them were still fresh, and some of them were just like actual skulls at that point.
Yeah. Now, this couple actually meant well, I think. Because she even broke down when the revelation came out.
Yeah, she felt really bad.
Because, she was like, I took them in to save them,
Yeah.
But then we had this other old lady named, Vola.
Vola.
A recent episode. We watched
it yesterday.
What season is it, 3 or 4?
3.
Season 3, okay. Because we still got a long ways to go.
Yeah, season 3, look for Vola. Yeah, and there you go.
Now, Vola puts on this mask where she acts like she's nice to people, but... You can tell there's something wrong with her, this older lady. And she just acted like she cared about these cats she had, but she clearly didn't.
No, she didn't care.
And they found several dead cats and kittens in her house.
Yeah, and basically... But I think this is what happened where GB got pissed. It's that she didn't care. She just blamed someone else.
She was blaming her son, and her son didn't even live with her.
Yeah.
She was blaming everyone else.
Yeah, and that's what GB, he got pissed. Oh, said, shut up, you old bag. It's just what you say.
I was mad because it was obvious she didn't care about these cats.
Yeah, she didn't.
She just had them there because no one else wanted anything to do with her, and the cats were her fucking prisoners.
Pretty much.
And the way they were treated, they were all sick, and
one of them was blind.
And this was the only house so far that all the psychiatrist, the organizer, and the rest of the team went in with hazmat suits.
Yeah, it was that
This
dirty.
hasn't happened yet. There's been some really bad houses throughout this series so far.
Mm-hmm.
So it must have been really nasty in there with all the cat feces and rotting food and dead cats and kittens.
Yeah, and still, at the end of the day... She was still blaming other people, even though when the house was getting clean. And then, basically, the house was so bad that no matter how much they cleaned it, she still got evicted from it.
Yeah, the inspector still condemned it.
Yeah, and she had this shock face, like the Pikachu shock face, like...
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what did you expect?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that house, like, the moment I saw the house, I saw the house gone. It's over. They can't clean that.
Well, I guess eventually they did because her sons did get it in working order a few months later, in the update at the end of the video where she was able to move back in. I think they did that because they didn't want to take in.
Yeah, they didn't want to have her live with them.
Neither one of them wanted her, even though one of them acted like he did. In the end, I think he realized that was probably a bad idea. But our boy Pax was there. He's like our favorite organizer.
Yeah, the homie Pax.
Yeah,
Mr. Matt Pax.
Yeah, Paxton. We call him Pax. But he's the one, of all of them, he's the one that fucking gets in their face about it.
I love that shit.
I mean, he's nice. He'll try to be nice, but like some of them like coddle these people, especially the psychiatrist.
Yeah, like Dorothy.
Yeah, they're a little too nice. No, Dorothy's one of the organizers too, I think.
I don't know. The Dr. Saiso is that?
Yeah, Zazio. Yeah, there's quite a few different ones.
Yeah, but basically, like GB's plan. Then GB needs to do Hoarder Show where you just call you call it something, but basically GB's plan is tie them up to a chair with duct tape and then just take away their shit in front of them.
Yeah. But that's what I like about, Pax doesn't do that. Pax gets in their face and he reminds them why they're there. Like, okay, do you want your family to come over? Do you want to lose your home? Do you want to lose your job? Do you want to lose your husband or your kids?
Yeah, just keep reminding them of that shit.
Yeah, and he keeps reminding them. And he got really confrontational with Vola. And then that's when her mask finally dropped. and you saw this mean, nasty person come out. And she's like, no, let's just burn the house down. Fuck all of you. You know, she was just...
Yeah.
She went nasty. And I sat down on the couch and I'm like, that's the real Vola right there.
Yep.
You know, her mask dropped.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that probably was the best episode we've seen in a quick minute.
Yeah, she was definitely a sociopath. I don't know if she's a psychopath, but she's definitely at least a sociopath because she didn't give a shit for the cats. And
no.
She doesn't give a shit for her sons. But... anyways, yeah, overall, you know, at first when we started watching Hoarders, we were kind of like mixing it back and forth between another show we're kind of watching. We're binging through King of the Hill as well.
Yeah.
But it seems lately we've been watching more Hoarders than King of the Hill.
Yeah, we haven't seen King of the Hill in a quick minute, mostly because Hoarders is just an interesting show.
Yeah. It's just, it's depressing, but it's also interesting. And I guess it's good for anybody that, I guess, was a clutterbug like me that doesn't want to be.
Yeah, you basically just have to show GB Hoarders. Say, hey, GB, do you want to look like this?
Yeah.
No. Okay, then clean up.
Yeah, and that's the way I look at it. I mean, now, look, some of the Hoarders are not as bad as others. Mm-hmm. But whatever the case may be, you watch the show, and I look back at the condition my old house was in before you moved in.
Which was pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be like that again. You know, no matter what, I don't ever want to end up like that.
Good.
And I think it's a good wake-up call for anybody that is having the same issue. Like, there are people out there that can help you. There are organizers out there. You have family and friends that could probably help you. You could donate stuff. You can throw stuff away. I mean, there are people that didn't even want to get rid of garbage.
Yeah.
Rotting food. Like, how hard is it to throw that stuff away?
Yeah, that is disgusting. Especially that one person that she said she was a nice cook, but then she had food expired for like 6 months ago and it was green and all that shit. Ugh.
I just don't... I mean, I know it's a mental issue, but there's some that are so far gone. And I think even like the psychiatrist that was there with Vola, like I think it was it Suzanne? I think it was Suzanne. Like, she even said at the end that she's too far gone. There's no help for her.
Yeah.
There's no helping her.
And GB's like, bring back mental institutions.
Exactly. And I think that we've seen a lot of instances over the past few years, especially since, you know, the pandemic and lockdowns and TikTok, where there's a lot of people out there, in my opinion, they need to go into a mental institution. Maybe not permanently, but at least for a while to help them get back on their feet. And look, most of us, to some degree, have mental issues. Some of us lighter cases than others. We don't have to be locked up into a padded cell with a straitjacket and put on meds.
Exactly. Most of us can control ourselves at least.
But there's a lot out there that I have noticed, not just Hoarders, but others. I won't get into that. I seriously think that my country and other countries need to seriously consider reinvesting in mental institutions. Mm-hmm. Because for one thing, I think the problem with the system in our country is that we throw a lot of people in prison that would be better suited in like a place like a state psychiatric hospital. There are some that still exist, but nowhere near as many as there used to be. And yes, older asylums have a bad reputation, right? The lobotomies and electroshock therapy. But I feel like the knowledge has come a long way since then. That's like the dark ages. Mm-hmm. So when I talk about modern mental institutions, I'm not talking about bringing back lobotomies or electroshock therapy or torturing these poor people. But there's a lot of them that it would be better off for them and society if they were put away.
Yeah.
And a lot of violent crimes and a lot of incidents that have occurred could possibly be averted if something was done about them before something really, really bad happened at their hands.
Right.
And that's all I'm going to say about that. But overall, I'm sure we'll get back to King of the Hill.
Yeah, eventually. I guess whenever we get burned out on Hoarders.
Yeah, it's nice, I guess, to have some shows to rotate between.
Yeah. There's also other movies that we still want to see, like Django Unchained.
Yeah, we're going to watch that. I just got to be in a Western mood for it.
Yeah, and I also want you to see Elf, even though he says he's
I don't like Will Ferrell, though. I'm not a Will Ferrell fan.
Yeah, but he's good in that one.
That's great. I'm sure he is. I know people like Will Ferrell, but I'm not one of those people.
Wow. You sound insane. You realize that? You should be medicated.
Look, Will Ferrell's had his moments, but overall, if it's one of these situations, take it, leave it. No, thank you.
Yeah.
But we also watched part 1 of season 2 of Invincible.
Oh yeah. It was pretty good.
It was all right.
Yeah.
They broke it in half, of course, so we have to wait a few months before we can watch part 2.
Basically, I wanted to see the series, and I was waiting for the whole thing to come out first because I like watching the whole thing without having to wait because fuck drip feeding. And then after a few YouTube recommendations, I got recommended a bunch of Invincible, and that equals spoilers.
It gets so tiresome, these spoiler channels, because they have no consideration for anyone else. They'll spoil something in the title and in the thumbnail, and I hate it.
Yeah, you scroll down past it, and even though you're just like, oh shit, spoiler, your eyes will read it so quick, or depending on how you read.
Yeah, you try to avoid it, but...
Or the picture.
Yeah. And YouTube's guilty of it as well, because I guess the videos do so well, unfortunately, that they get put up in a YouTube recommended. And even if you're not looking for Invincible, or years ago, Walking Dead, you would see a spoiler from Walking Dead if you missed last night's episode.
Oh my god, I hated that shit. Because basically, I missed... this is like super old already.
Yeah.
Like season 2. Like Dale dying.
Yeah.
That got spoilered by me.
The Pike scene got spoiled for me.
What, with all the heads?
Yeah.
Oh, that must have sucked.
Yeah.
With like the whispers and
that's around the time I finally said, that's it, I'm done with this show.
Yeah.
Because I was just watching it just to watch it because I had nothing else to watch. But
yeah, but basically all these spoilers just like Rick kills certain character or Negan murders and then they just show them murdering like in the thumbnail. It's like, are you fucking serious? It's like the episode literally came out yesterday, not even a whole day yet. I wake up and there's spoilers everywhere.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off because it's the same thing with Invincible. Okay, because what was that episode?
Well, don't spoil it.
Okay, but basically the most recent episode.
Okay.
I woke up and then I went to YouTube and I was like gonna watch Invincible.
Spoiler!
Yeah, as soon as I get out. And then I go take a shower real quick. And basically, when I was searching for music so I can, take a shower and listen to music, basically, there's a spoiler right here. Like, Omni-Man does, or Invincible does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just spoilers. It's just like, what the hell? I'm not saying what they do. I'm just saying, like, a certain title.
I know what you're saying.
But basically that, and it just pisses me off because they're in the thumbnail, and, I see it on the... what's it called? I see it on the thumbnail, and I basically see the episode. It's like, oh, wait, okay, this part's coming. Or you kind of expect it to come because you saw it.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do a future just chatting about YouTube spoiling channels.
It is so annoying.
Because it has pissed me off for the longest time.
Yeah. So basically, you're basically forced to watch the show if you don't want to get spoiled. And that's why I want to have everything, thrown at me, so I can binge watch it, so that way I can watch everything.
But unfortunately, you can't do that now.
Yeah.
You have no choice but to watch the episode as soon as you can. Because, especially for us, since we watch YouTube content, because we're not only creators and streamers, we're also viewers. So we get screwed whether we want to or not.
And the thing is, you don't even have to search it. It's just right there on your recommended page.
Yep.
It's like the first thing that appears because it might be trending.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a future just chatting video about this on my other channel.
Yeah, it just blows.
And we try not, when we talk about something new, we try to avoid spoiling things. Like, for example, we watched the first of the 3 Doctor Who specials.
Oh, yeah, that.
The Star Beast. What we're going to do is we're going to wait till all 3 are done, and then we're going to do our review on this channel in a couple weeks from now.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to do it, but you didn't want to do it. You wanted to wait, so I relented. I'm like, okay, fine. We'll wait till all 3 episodes are out, and we'll pass judgment on all 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to spoil that, except for, I guess, an overall impression. What'd you think about Doctor Who Star Beast, about spoiling? I mean, we'll probably have to say this again.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was okay. It was okay-ish.
There were things I liked about it and some things I didn't like about it that we'll talk about later. So a nice little tease, if you will.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in our Doctor Who review, that will be out in hopefully 2 weeks from now, with all 3 episodes, by the way.
Right.
Series I have been enjoying more and more of each episode is Frasier 2023. At first, it started off a little sluggish, but I feel like near the end of the season, because I think there's only one episode left, I feel like this new season of Frasier, as I consider it a new season, not a new series, it's just a continuation of the original Frasier series.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the characters, the new characters in the show, have really come into their own. And Frasier's, played by Kelsey Grammer's, doing a great job being Frasier. And I feel like with each episode, it's getting a little bit better. I mean, even you've laughed at a couple times.
There's a couple of jokes that are like really good.
You would love the classic series. We should go back and watch the classic series as well.
Maybe.
Because it's really good. Now, I don't think that this new version of the franchise, this continuation, will ever be as good as the original series, but it's still doing surprisingly well. So I really do hope that Paramount Plus keeps Frasier around. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And I'm also going to do a review once all episodes of the 2023 series of Frasier is out. I think, like I said, maybe one more left. I already did a premiere review, so I'll do a season review of it.
There you go.
And a few movies we watched. You got me to watch a couple movies. I've got you to watch a movie.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to start off with?
Let's start with your movie.
Okay, so I do like Johnny Depp. I'm not going to go into a whole Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard thing because I'm of the opinion that those two probably were to blame for their own issues. The courts ruled in Johnny's favor, and I respect that. But as an actor, I do enjoy Johnny Depp's performances in a lot of stuff. There's other things I didn't really care for that Johnny Depp was in. But one of my favorite non-Captain Sparrow movies, Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I know him for.
Yeah, was his performance in Secret Window, which is based off of some writings by Stephen King.
Right.
And Riley got to watch it with me the other night.
Yeah, because you told me it was like really good.
And what did you think?
I thought it was really good. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie. It got me interested in, and I like the performances and everything, and the setting and the twist.
Yeah,
the big twist.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. Well,
yeah,
it's not a movie though.
I would if you like mysteries and suspense and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it was on Hulu.
Yeah, I think it's on Hulu.
If it's not on Hulu, it's on Prime. But basically, it was called the whole Secret Window, and
well, he's a writer.
Yeah, he's a writer, and
somebody's accusing him of plagiarizing.
I can't say much because it's a spoiler.
Okay, I'm just saying he's being accused by somebody else of plagiarizing, and he's trying to prove that he's not plagiarizing, and then that's what leads to the events unfolding in the movie.
Yeah,
but highly recommended, especially like I said, if you like mystery and thriller and suspense.
It's a really good movie.
And Stephen King's content, yeah.
Yeah. I would recommend, give it a watch. It's a good movie.
And I think Johnny Depp does a great performance.
No, he did amazing.
Yeah. And a few other movies. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We watched Too Fast, Too Furious.
Oh, yeah. Because I've always said to GB, if you want to watch Fast and the Furious, just watch the first two.
Yeah.
And don't bother watching the rest. I guess you could say if you want to watch Fast 5, but that's when The Rock got introduced. So basically the series, people say if you want to watch Fast and the Furious, just watch until before The Rock is introduced.
Yeah. So
basically 3 and 4, and then that's it. Just cut it there. Fast 5 is okay-ish for a heist movie, but it's way too over the top, and then The Rock just being the best character ever. And
well, see, that's why I'm turned off by the franchises, what it's been the past few years, and why I didn't bother to watch the first Fast and Furious movie until a few months ago with you.
Yeah, we watched it on YouTube because it was on clips.
Yeah.
But then turns out the whole thing is right here on. Okay, so if you want to watch it in better quality or you missed something.
Yeah.
Probably not. But basically, yeah, I got JB to watch a few months ago, the first one, and then the second one literally a few weeks ago. So what do you think?
Well, Paul Walker, Tyrese Gibson. I think I like Too Fast, Too Furious a little bit more than the first movie because it doesn't have Vin Diesel in it.
Vin Diesel? It's just so...
Because he's not a good actor.
Really? You just don't like him?
I try to like him, but he's just so...
So what?
I think he's overrated. I'm sorry. For any Vin Diesel fans out there, I just think he's overrated.
Okay.
I mean, in Pitch Black, I think that's the first movie I ever saw him in. I think it was Pitch Black. I think Claudia Black was in it as well. Like he played that other character he's known as. They had Riddick. He played Riddick, I think. And then they did a sequel to it called Riddick, I think. Too. Anyways, I thought he was all right in that for action movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then he became really, really popular thanks to Fast and Furious. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, I do like Too Fast, Too Furious. He doesn't have Vin Diesel on
Yeah,
it,
that's the other reason why I like Too Fast, Too Furious more.
because there's no Van Diesel.
Yeah.
But you like Tyrese Gibson.
Well, I feel like Tyrese Gibson is a decent actor. I think the problem is the way he's been written in both Transformers and in the later Fast and Furious movies. From what you've told me,
What Transformers?
he was in Transformers,
Which one?
all the first three.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
you didn't know that?
Which character was that? I don't remember
He's
him.
one of the soldiers.
Don't remember him.
Okay, he was there. That's the first films he was in. Unless did wait a minute? Did Fast and Furious come out before 2007 or after?
The first one?
Yeah.
2001.
Okay, so but wait, what about Too Fast, Too Furious?
2002.
Okay, so Tyrese was in.
I think.
Okay, so I'm going by the timeline here. I'm sorry, Tyrese. I know he's like screaming right now. What more do you want from me? I know, but okay, so he was. I guess he was in Too Fast, Too Furious, and then years later he was in. I think at least 3 Transformers films. The first 3.
Okay.
But yeah, he played one of the soldiers.
Yeah.
But
basically, in like the most recent ones, like he's a fucking joke.
yeah,
And he's become this like in the second one he's like cool, but then in all the other ones he just becomes this joke character.
it's just bad
where,
writing.
where people just make fun of him. He's like the butt of every joke.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe at the end of the day, Tyrese Gibson is actually a decent actor, but it's just the material he's given that.
Yeah,
that hurts
they
him.
turned them into a joke.
Yeah. So that's all the more reason why I'm glad to stop at Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, I mean if you want to watch the rest, it's okay, but I wouldn't recommend it. I basically what I would do. This is the way I watched it,
Yeah.
right? If you want to watch the whole thing, I will watch 1, then 2, then 5, then 6 and 7 and
Yeah.
cut.
I'll say this: I think that what really carries the first 2 movies is Paul Walker.
Paul Walker definitely carries those movies.
Yeah.
And in the rest of the movies as well, like I would say in Fast 5,
Yeah.
I would say that's more of Paul Walker and The Rock.
Yeah.
And in 7, definitely Paul Walker carries it because that's where.
You know what's
his
sad?
tribute-
I think it's been officially 10 years since he passed away.
Yeah, because he died in 2013.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He was a good actor.
Yeah, I think the series should have ended after that final. I know about the final scene with.
With the Supra and he leaving and for Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 7.
Yeah, I think that's where it should have ended. Because
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been a good ending.
Yeah.
But
and
unfortunately, it was a blockbuster. It made tons of money for the studio, so they had to keep pumping them out.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know, man, because now you have Fast 9 and they go to space and you have like Vin Diesel and John Cena in like the same movie.
Another person I could care less for, John Cena, who will sell out to anything.
that's
chilling.
That's what we need right now. CGB needs to watch Fast 9
No.
with Vin Diesel and John Cena.
Well, let's just throw Ronda Rousey in there while we're at it. Oh, that's right. She's been in a previous Fast film. Never mind. Talk about stellar acting.
I know.
But I guess she's a better voice actress than Megan Fox.
But yeah, that's what we need. And in Fast X, they're just gonna throw Megan Fox
God.
as a
awful.
cameo. But
Anyways.
yeah, they went to hell. But honestly, I would just see it until 7. Like
I'm done. I'm done after these 2.
Why?
I've had my taste of the Fast franchise.
Wow.
Which I basically call like Grand Theft Auto, like discount Grand Theft Auto. Because I feel like the franchise has been inspired by Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, but honestly, I would see them just to see what you think.
I'm good. We have other content
If we're
to watch.
that bored, we'll see it.
No. We have plenty more stuff to watch.
Wow.
And a few other things we've watched is The Cobbler, which is a movie you really like. It has Adam Sandler in it.
I didn't remember it, and then I saw the movie. It's like, oh, wait a second, it's all coming back to me.
Yeah.
But I remember it being okay.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. It's not my favorite Adam Sandler film. It's not like over the top, like 90s Adam Sandler crazy. I think it's like, 2014?
What, The Cobbler?
Yeah, I think it's more of a drama with some humorous moments.
Yeah, it's not Adam Sandler without humor.
Yeah. But I thought it was an okay film. The concept is interesting. There were some holes I saw in it, but overall, I feel like they put a lot of heart into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I liked it. It's definitely not the worst Adam Sandler film.
No, there's way worse. For me, my favorite one will always be Click. I love Click.
Yeah, you like. I never seen Click, so maybe we'll watch
a good
Click
movie.
one day. But my favorite Adam Sandler film is probably Billy Madison, and right behind it's Happy Gilmore. I know most people love Happy Gilmore more. I mean, it does have the late great Bob Barker in it.
Well, Happy
throwing
Gilmore.
hands.
It's a good movie. I love
It is a
Happy
great
Gilmore.
movie, but I just like Billy Madison just a little bit more. Except for Bob Barker. You know, rest in peace, Bob Barker. But anyways, let's see. The Cobbler. Oh, yeah. We recently watched another Disney film that you were really wanting to go back and rewatch.
Yeah, because I saw it on YouTube recommended. It's like, wait a second, I remember this movie,
No.
and then I wanted you to see it.
Now, a few months ago, you made me watch another Disney film.
What was it? It was the one with the band. What's it called? Lemonade Mouth.
Yeah, Lemonade.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
I think did we talk about that one months ago?
I think so. We went over it super quick.
It was okay. It was okay. I will say this because I did make a smart-ass comment before we started Sky High about Disney, and I do like the fact that Disney used to try to do different stuff
Yeah.
instead of like live action versions of pre-existing popular animated films and putting little twists in there for the message.
Yeah. But because, like, I think Sky High was 2005.
Yeah.
And Lemonade Mouth, I think, was 2008 or 9.
Okay, so they're in the 2000s era.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sky High was the film you turned me on to because, you know, I do like some superhero stuff, some Batman, Superman, Spider-Man,
Yeah.
DC, Marvel,
Yeah.
for the most part.
I thought you would like it because it was, like, superhero comic bookish.
Yeah.
So I thought you would like it. And, like, that's a movie that I used to watch. And I haven't seen it in years. But then you got YouTube recommended it to me. And it's like, oh, yeah, I remember that movie. It's like, let me see what GB thinks of this. And I just show it to him.
I would say it also had heart in it. I mean, the graphics, special effects are dated,
Extremely.
but there's something enjoyable about Sky High. And there's definitely a lot of actors, like Kurt Russell's in it, because I love Kurt Russell, not in that way, obviously. They got Bruce Campbell also, you know,
Yeah.
well, another man crush right there.
Yeah.
And
Coach Boomer.
Coach Boomer.
Boomer.
And you know, Kurt Russell's commander, and I think that's perfect for Kurt. Let's see who else is in there. The actress that played Killer Frost in the Flash series, she's in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the actress that ends up playing Harrison Dula in Ahsoka, she's in it. And let's see. Oh yeah,
The Wonder Woman girl.
Linda Carter's in it. You're right, she's in it.
Tom Kenny's also on it for like a cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch. And
Yeah.
Patrick Warburton, I think that's his name. That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Basically, he voices one of the characters as
Yeah.
well.
And Dave Foley's in it from News Radio because I love that series.
Yeah.
And there was one other that I was going to bring up. Oh yeah, the actor that played Warren Peace. He goes on to be in The Expanse, and I love The Expanse. I haven't watched the final season of Expanse yet either. That's a good show. So you know, there's some pretty decent acting in the show,
Yeah.
and it was a decent story. I mean, it's. I guess you have to have the believability thing about the world having a whole bunch of superheroes in it, and high school and young teenage superheroes, and how well that goes.
Mm-hmm.
But not a bad film. You know?
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, I've seen way worse, especially from Marvel recently.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
So how would you compare Sky High to like some Marvel movies?
Well, I mean, there's been some good Marvel movies, like Avengers Endgame's really good.
That's like peak and Infinity War.
Yeah,
That's like peak Marvel.
yeah, and yeah, I got bass backwards. Yeah, Infinity War's way better than Endgame.
I
But-
agree. I prefer Infinity War.
But Endgame's the good cutoff point. They should have stopped at Endgame.
Yeah, I agree.
Because almost everything that's come out since has been,
Trash.
yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Spider-Man No Way Home, but that's kind of a Sony thing. Spider-Man has his own... He exists above the MCU and in the Sony Spider-Verse.
Right.
And we'll get to Spider-Man in a moment. I know we keep teasing it. But
Also, another thing that is Marvel-ish that at the same time, you know, I do like is, even though the writing hasn't been as great as Venom with Tom Hardy.
yeah, that's Sony. That's the Sony Spider-Verse.
Yeah, but isn't that still Marvel? Like, because it's a
Okay,
Marvel
so
character.
I'll explain real quick. A long time ago, Sony, before the first live-action Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films, Sony acquired the rights to the Spider-Verse characters.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man, Venom, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Disney has to go through Sony in order to use those characters in the MCU films. Even though they're all under Marvel Comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a separation legally because of that divide.
Okay.
So that's one reason why they had to have this negotiation between Disney and Sony a few years ago over Spider-Man. Because Sony technically has the rights to it, so they have these agreements in place because that's how popular Spider-Man is. So, yeah, like even though technically Venom is a Marvel character, because he's in the Spider-Verse, he was created in the Spider-Verse, him, Carnage, and like Black Cat and Mr. Negative, your favorite character ever.
Non-existent.
The one you were speaking so nicely about last night during your live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Green Goblin, list goes on and on, Doc Ock, all of them are part of the Spider-Universe. So,
which are part of Sony.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sony has the rights to all those characters. Unless they work a deal with Disney and Disney's able to use the character with Sony's consent. Anyways, that's enough of that legal stuff. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, they're bringing some good Marvel movies, but there's lately been some really bad ones, especially after Endgame. I heard the Marvels sucked.
Yeah, that bombed.
Unfortunately, it also bombed, which is always a good thing when a bad movie bombs. Echo is probably the only Marvel content I'm looking forward to, and
I forgot about that.
It looks so good. It looks like it's coming to Disney Plus in January?
I don't know.
Well, it's coming in 2024, and it feels like a Marvel Netflix show, not a Marvel Disney Plus show, because it has Kingpin, played by Vincent. He's back, and I think we're gonna have a Daredevil cameo,
mm-hmm.
and it looks so gritty. It looks so much better than any of the Disney Plus shows.
Even better than She-Hulk?
Oh, yeah. I mean, She-Hulk's She-Hulk. You just can't top that. It's great.
Yeah.
The only thing I like about She-Hulk is the actress, because I like Tatiana.
Yeah.
Because I sung her praises from her performance in Orphan Black, another good show. She-Hulk, not so good, but that's a writing issue. I mean, she does her best with what she gets. But, yeah, I mean, overall Sky High was pretty good. And I think that was prior to Disney taking over Marvel.
Well, it was 2005, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was. Because I think Iron Man had already come out, I believe. I think. Could be wrong about that. But at the time, there was no MCU. And Iron Man wasn't under Disney. It was another studio.
I don't know. But basically, one thing that really does suck is that once Sky High ended, they never did anything with it.
Yeah, they never,
they just, dropped it. They dropped the ball with that one. It's like you have something going. What the hell? Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, basically, yeah. You have Sky High. They never did anything with it. It's just the end. And then they never did world building. They never did a series. That could have been a series.
I think it's self-explaining why they didn't, because they probably sometime later they bought Marvel, and they decided, instead of creating our own superheroes and our own universe based off of Sky High, which they could have done,
they just dropped it.
They just scrapped it.
I still think Disney dropped the ball with that one.
Yeah. Well, that's nothing new. They've had opportunities to build on original content.
Yeah.
And they've just decided to throw money and buy up all these characters from Marvel, except for the Spider-Man characters, obviously, and then Star Wars, and you see how well they've done for the most part.
I still think they should have done a series with that.
Yeah.
It could have definitely been a series.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of another movie.
Yeah.
The first one have it be a movie, for example, Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Or it could have been the first one a movie, and then continued it as a series.
Yeah, and then you just revolve around the kids in high school, and then occasionally, I don't know if you could get
You could end the series having them go to college or something.
But the problem is getting Kurt Russell and Bruce Campbell to sign up for cameos.
Yeah.
Because Kurt Russell was at one time an A-list actor. And Bruce Campbell, maybe he never was A-list, but he's always very much beloved by his fan base. So maybe at the very least you'd have to have Bruce Campbell on the show because he's Boomer, he's the coach. And then I'm sure Linda Carter would have been happy for a paycheck, because her glory days, were all the way back in the 70s when she was Wonder Woman.
Oof.
But, yeah, I mean, I could have foreseen a future Sky High universe created by Disney if they wouldn't have bought Marvel instead.
Yeah, I think that IP's dead.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to completely start over. I mean, I know they have Echo coming out, so I'm looking forward to Echo. I'm not looking forward to any of the movies because I think Blade's been in development hell forever, and I don't think it's ever going to top the original Blade with Wesley Snipes.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Oh yeah, they're supposed to come out with a new Daredevil series, and I hope that Daredevil series is similar to Echo, where it's
at this point I just don't care.
yeah,
They've been like, I don't care.
yeah, and
Then you have the whole thing that happened to him with She-Hulk and
yeah, and sadly, She-Hulk's getting a second season.
yeah.
But speaking of comics and speaking of Spider-Man, let's shift over to video games. We've both been playing Spider-Man. You just started Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, because
or Spider-Man Uno, as
Spider-Man
you're calling
Uno.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, because Spider-Man 1, but Uno.
Uno!
Yep. So, yeah, I'm playing Spider-Man Uno, and Uno is it's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
You have, like, the whole thing with the demons and the original folks. I like the little the little crime-fighting scenes, like, against normal enemies.
The dynamic crimes.
Yeah, those. I don't know why. There's just something about it, and I enjoy them more than the main missions.
Yeah.
It's because I guess it's just because it's just like fun. It's like something Spider-Man would do like in his everyday, where he would just stop like some random crime and that's it. So yeah, I enjoy that, and just fighting the enemies is kind of cool. The brews are hell annoying.
Yeah.
But besides that, like the shielders, I'm used to it. The assault rifle people or the rocket launchers, I'm used to them, and I love throwing shit at people.
Oh yeah. You'll just start throwing everything but the kitchen sink at these guys.
Yeah, you saw that. I stay in the air for like 10 plus seconds just throwing whatever I can find.
Yeah.
Moving the camera around. Okay, trash can.
Trash can, car doors,
Yeah.
Sewer crates. You
Yeah.
know.
I just throw everything, and I throw like at least like 7 objects before I even touch the ground.
Yeah, that's funny.
And you just see me commenting over it. It's just, I don't know why. It's just funny to me.
But I'm actually really, really glad you're enjoying this game. Because, look, for a while now, Riley has not been happy about video games because the games she does play, she finds little enjoyment out of. Most of it feels like a chore, and that's just the way a lot of games are now.
Yeah, it's like spend money and like for example like
Or grind.
yeah, spend money, here you go, have the battle pass, now start grinding for it, you get to your 100, and then there's nothing to getting the game. You literally play the game for fun if you find any enjoyment.
Yeah.
And what do you get? Nothing. Like XP, like XP for what? You already completed the battle pass. XP for what?
Yeah.
It's like, for example, like Fortnite right now. It's like, okay, I'll complete the entire battle pass. I have every single golden item, and I already have all the items for Spectral Knight.
Yeah.
So what do I play for? I guess B-Bucks.
Yeah,
but I don't
save the world.
but I'm not even playing BR at that point. I'm just playing Save the World.
Yeah.
And I'm just grinding for B-Bucks. That's it. Because, I mean, what do I want to play BR for? There's nothing to earn. And if I want to earn levels for the new skin, that there's a new skin, like the orange one. Yeah, that one. I can earn that in Save the World, like, as well. Like, I could just get Battle Pass XP and get that skin for free.
Yeah.
In Save the World. I don't even have to play VR. And then Overwatch, the same thing, or Overpouring. It's just nothing. Just play the game if you want. I already completed the Battle Pass like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So I'm literally using this time as a break. I mean, yeah, there's some rewards you could get, but what can you get? A sticker?
Yay!
Gee, thanks. And then you get a bunch of Battle Pass XP for titles that I won't even use. But see, this is what I mean. Like, it's a chore. I don't want to play that game because there's nothing to do. And it's not fun. So, Overporn is out of the picture. Fortnite, I'm just grinding it for B-Bucks. And, GTA, I uninstalled it. I got frustrated with it. And Battlefield 2042, it's alright. But you have to be in the mood for that. And most of the times, I'm not in the mood for shooters anymore.
It's so weird how the ground is changing from grass to
I know.
brown. Like, we've seen a few glitches while flying around in Flight Sim today.
Yeah, it's just how Flight Sim is. It's just pop-ins. But basically, I'm just not having fun with gaming. It's just boring. Everything feels like a fucking chore. And you basically have to grind or spend money to get stuff now. At least when it comes to multiplayer games. Which,
Sure.
So, right now I'm just enjoying Spider-Man. It's a single-player game, and I can have fun with it. You know, I can do whatever I want without having to spend like 5 cents on every corner. And it's just fun to me. I just like, kicking the shit out of people in Spider-Man and then just stopping crimes and then just continuing the story. Because I did see GB play like little parts of it. Because I do occasionally stop by his streams. But at the same time, there was this 1% of me that didn't want to stick around because
Spoilers.
it's number one, spoilers, and number two, because that 1% of me cared about me playing that game. It's like, I want to play that game, but I didn't care that much until, like, recently.
Yeah.
And then I started playing Spider-Man Uno, and now I'm having some fun.
Yeah.
It's like the only game that I'm playing right now.
And that's the point of video games, at least it's supposed to be. You're supposed to play it for escapism and fun.
Yeah.
Not for a chore, not, rinse, cycle, repeat over and over again. And unfortunately, we find ourselves doing that a lot in video games, like in GT Online or Red Dead Online, Rip-Ronies to Red Dead Online.
Right.
The list goes on and on. And I'm playing through Spider-Man 2 right now because I already played through Spider-Man 1 or Uno over a year ago. And then Miles Morales earlier this month. So I'm right now going through Spider-Man 2 on my streams. And I get salty at times because my reaction isn't as fast as yours or others because I'm older.
Yeah, that's something else that JB saw. Like, I'm playing on Spectacular, and he saw the way I'm fighting against these people.
Yeah, and I'm on Amazing, and like I sometimes feel overwhelmed when I'm fighting some of these enemies. And there's definitely times when I feel like it's kind of BS the way it's done. But I also understand the idea is that it's Spider-Man. He's supposed to be fast. Mm-hmm. He's supposed to have these reflexes. And if you're faster on the button mashing and timing, you're going to have a much better time.
Right.
But if you're like me, you're going to get a bit more salty. But despite me getting salty playing Spider-Man 1 and especially Miles Morales, and salty playing some of Spider-Man 2, I've thoroughly enjoyed the games. I really have. I did a lot of the side questing and the backpack collecting like in between streams of Spider-Man 1. Not just to get the tokens and XP, but just like you, I just love swinging around the city as Spider-Man and doing the dynamics and getting into the fights,
Right. And
just working on trying to get better because it's like part of you wants to get better at the fighting mechanics and using the gadgets and coming up with a strategy that works best for you,
Right. But yeah, I've been enjoying that game. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm really, really pleased because I thought you would like the game. And I know for a while you were kind of like on the fence about whether or not you wanted to play it, but I think it was because I played Miles Morales and started playing Spider-Man 2 that finally motivated you to say, you know what, I finally want to go back and there's some more weird glitches.
Yeah, what is this?
I really don't know. This is
it's the Great Wall of Grass.
Spikes coming out of the ground. This is kind of creepy, Microsoft.
Yep, I think that's where it stops.
Along with the terrain magically changing from green to brown a moment ago.
I know. But, yeah, I'm glad I'm playing Spider-Man. And, it's fun.
Yeah. But we have been having some fun at Fortnite. Look, there's things about Fortnite I don't like either because it's similar to the grind.
Yeah.
But,
and now they have the drum.
Yeah, they brought back the drum shotgun, which is a bane of Riley's existence.
And rats.
And, yeah. But, I mean, overall, despite that, I mean, Fortnite OG, it's been pretty fun for the most part.
It's been extremely successful. Mm-hmm. Like, you remember when they dropped that tweet where they had like 44 million players or something? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been very successful.
Well, I remember like the first couple days, there was a queue time. And
yeah.
I have yet to experience a queue time in Fortnite other than OG.
Yeah, and what else? I guess... most of the reason that GB was super happy for OG, not only was it because of OG, it was also because we wanted to get rid of the fucking jungle.
Yeah, most people hate the jungle. In Chapter 4, that sucked.
I hate, literally every single time, the circle's in the jungle, and everybody's like, ugh, great. Yeah. That's amazing. And people would just whine and bitch.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, I hated the jungle because every single time you would have to be either on top of a tree or on top of a little mountain that's broken, and hopefully not get bombarded by bullshit,
And the way they had the jungle was like they had it like underneath the rest of the map when it came to elevation.
That's the thing, the low ground.
Yeah, it was lower, and all too often you'd be running from either other players shooting at you or the storm, and you'd fall off the edge into the jungle.
That's also something else. Yeah. Fall damage. Yeah.
It just got tiresome. So yeah. I'm hoping that we never see the jungle again.
Or the perks, the augments. I don't want to see them either.
I didn't care for them. The only reason why I did the augments was for the freaking XP. I would just, if I saw one between the two, I'd pick one. And if I had a free spin, I would go with the free spin if I didn't like the two. But I just try to get through them as quickly as possible. And if I had plenty of gold, I would keep doing it because you would also get XP for spinning gold. So there was a benefit there. But to be honest, I don't miss the augments at all.
I don't want them to come back. I don't like the perk system.
No, me either.
But Yeah. Besides that, I think that's it for Fortnite.
Oh, they brought back the planes.
Oh yeah, but they are heavily nerfed.
Yeah.
Like the shooting is not even accurate. Like you could be aiming the gun at somebody and you might hit like 1 shot out of 10. And they put like fuel now and you cannot refuel them. And they lowered the health. I think they used to be like 1.5k, and now they're 800. So you can just get shot in an instant. And it's super annoying because they basically made them worthless.
Yeah.
And the worst part, no air royale. There's no air royale either. I mean, it probably is there if you play creative, but I don't want to play creative. I want to play the OG air royale.
Yeah, it's a shame they didn't bring that back.
Yeah, because I remember like one thing that they brought back when it was like air royale in like 2019 or 2020. I don't remember when it was. But basically, when they brought it back, they removed the ability to play as solos. Yeah. And that fucking sucked because then every single time I would have to play with a rando. And if the rando didn't want to give me the plane, I would be screwed. Or the rando sucked at flying and they didn't want to switch.
Yeah.
Then I would be screwed as well. And I just missed OG Air Royale, like when they first introduced it, where you could play it solo.
Yeah.
And literally, I would get multiple Air Royale victories of me alone. And most people had like a teammate, like a gunner. And then the plane, the pilot itself, I would kill both of them, like just like that. I used to be an Air Royale just pilot, just really good at it, basically. And ever since they removed it, I haven't seen it ever since. Yeah. And that was like, I think it was like late 2018. When was season 8? Like I think it was like late 2018, but or was it 2019? No, because season 7 was in Christmas.
Yeah.
I think that was the end. So I think it was early 2019. So I haven't seen Air Royale since like early 2019.
Yeah. But it's all coming to an end on Saturday.
Yeah.
Live event.
And then, we're going to get the Big Bang with Eminem. Yeah. Eminem's going to destroy Fortnite.
Yeah.
And then Chapter 5 releases. And apparently people are speculating that the Tier 100, the collapse skin is going to be Lego.
Who knows?
I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm not.
We'll see.
Even if it is Lego, I won't use it.
Yeah.
But I'm mid at the moment when it comes to the new chapter. I guess there's a spark of that. The map better be fucking good.
Yeah.
Because that's also a huge factor. The map.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that it's not like Warzone or like Call of Duty where you can have multiple maps. No, you have that one map and that map only. Yeah. So if you don't like it, then you're screwed.
I'm hoping that what Epic's going to do is they're going to have the Chapter 5 map inspired by the OG map.
I'm hoping.
And that is just like a more a little bit larger, up to date map that has POIs that fans love from the previous ones.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, I think we're both just gonna keep playing Spider-Man Uno for you and Spider-Man 2 for me.
Yeah. Another thing that people have been saying is that maybe Chapter 5 will be like Chapter 2 reimagined.
We'll see.
That's like a nerd leak.
I doubt it.
So like Chapter 2 Part 2?
No. I think the OG thing was they needed some more time, and they realized people weren't enjoying Chapter 4, so they came up with the OG idea.
I
worked out.
I wasn't enjoying the jungle. That's what I wasn't enjoying.
Yeah.
And the drum when they brought it back in Chapter 3. In Season 3.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. So, I think you mentioned Overwatch 2. And, of course, you're also playing the Clash games.
The Clash. That's right. My clan has been on a little decline. Oof. Because it feels like I'm doing all the work. Guess what?
What?
Basically, me... No. Wait. Yes, me and my 4 accounts and GB's account, so 5 accounts. I grinded 16,000 points for clan games. I did literally, because you know how many points you have to get all the rewards?
Yeah.
You have to get 50k. And it's like 4k capped per account, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I hated it, because, people don't do the thing. It's like you have one account, and you have 5 days to do 4k points. Which, by the way, if you're good at it, it literally takes less than an hour.
Yeah.
You can literally get 4k. And people are so fucking lazy. Like... I don't know why. Like, literally, out of 26, GB, you want to know how many people did it on my clan?
How many?
7. 7. Like, where are the other people? And then, you know what people do? They log in, because all you have to do is get one challenge done, and you get all the rewards. So what people do is that, let all the people do all the work. Let me get one challenge done, and then I can just claim all the rewards without me having to put a single effort. And it just pisses me off. Because...
Well, hopefully one day you'll finally decide to take a break from those games.
It's just I don't want a break from the game. The game's is fun. It's just I want people to be fucking competent.
I think this is Philadelphia.
Oh.
So, yeah, go over there. So we went from New York to Philadelphia. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
To the right bit.
Okay, over here?
Yeah, so keep going. Yeah, see? Yeah, I believe this is Philadelphia.
Yeah, this is right
Because
here.
it says Philadelphia.
Okay, right here? North?
I don't know, just fly around the city, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
But anyways, I feel like you play it too much, and I think that you should scale back.
Well, right now I'm playing it too much because there's like the
But you've been
the
doing
hammer.
that, babe. I mean, almost all the time. I'm just being honest here. This is a small intervention.
Mm-hmm.
If you're getting frustrated with it, take a break.
Well, here's the thing, right? I like the game, and the game's fun. I just get frustrated, not at the game. I get frustrated at people.
Well, because they have lives, they have work, they have school. It's not a top priority for them. Most of them are just filthy casuals.
I know, but
You're
I don't want them to log in every day. I just want them to at least do the challenge that is only once a month.
Well, sorry, but they don't want to. It's a casual game, and most people that play the Clash games are just filthy casuals. It's just reality.
Where are my hardcore nerds at? Give me them.
Well,
give me the sweats.
I'm sure they're out there, but they make up probably a much smaller percentage of the overall player base.
Yeah.
It's just that I feel like you might want to consider not focusing so much on it.
Okay, fine. I'll just, if I want to play it, I'll focus on the less part of people. So I can just enjoy the game for what it is.
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, it's just a game.
Yeah.
But anyways, enough gaming topic. Let's see. Okay, in December, a few things going on. I think that they've dropped some information about the update coming to GT Online. I'll be working on a video for that.
Yeah.
GTA 6 trailer. Hopefully it'll be out before the update to GT Online, probably December 12th. That's probably when the update will drop, on December 12th, most likely. Game Awards, by the way, we did a video on Riley's channel voting on our picks for the Game Awards.
Yeah, like a week ago.
And I really wish I would have got to play Spider-Man 2 before, because I feel like if Spider-Man 2 wins the Game Awards, then I think that Spider-Man 2 deserves it from what I've played from it so far. Mm-hmm. But even though I really did enjoy playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, I'm also really enjoying Spider-Man 2.
So out of the two, which one do you enjoy more?
It's tough because I enjoyed both of them. Because the way I enjoy the game is if I'm actually playing it off stream. Like, with both games, like the main story, I would leave for my streams, right? Mm-hmm. But any side questing, I would do off stream. And both Tears of the Kingdom and Spider-Man 2, I've done both. Mm-hmm. So obviously I've enjoyed both games, and I've gotten salty in both games, but still enjoy them. That's a tough one. I feel like it's 50-50. It could go either way. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see for the Game Awards on December 7th.
Yeah, there you go.
But Riley's going to continue playing through Spider-Man Uno.
Ooh, Spider-Man Uno, yeah.
And I think we're going to be hanging out with Kane on Saturday for the live event on his channel. And then I might wrap up Spider-Man 2 on my channel on Sunday.
Okay.
So that might be coming to an end, sadly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can still play the side quest.
Yeah, I mean, off stream I may still do that, but
yeah,
we'll see. But anyways,
we also have Invincible tomorrow.
No, we don't.
It's Friday, right?
No, the part we have to wait months.
We
just talked about that.
I missed it. Okay.
We just talked about how it was broken up into two parts. We've already seen.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
We have to wait till sometime in 2024 for part 2. I think.
No.
Yeah, sorry, no Invincible for a few months. But anyways, before we go, just want to wish you all happy holidays.
Happy birthday.
Oh yeah, you had to mention that.
What?
I thought I could make it to the end of the stream.
No, I don't know what you're referring to.
Yeah, right.
I just randomly said it. What?
Whatever.
That's okay.
So that's what I have to look forward to. But yay. Yay for me. Anyway, so yeah, December. Birthday, holidays, and maybe a good update to GT Online. and maybe an amazing GTA 6 trailer. We'll just have to wait and see. And whatever else happens in December 2023, hopefully you all have very happy holidays. And we'll see you on New Year's Eve for the December 2023 vlog.
Bye-bye.